Welcome. I'm so glad to be here with you, and I'm glad that you're here with me. It is an honor to share with you what I'm going to share with you today and to have done that deep digging of my soul and having come this far in my spiritual journey to be able to share with you why I am here and what I feel like what's happening in this time. So, first, I want to share with you that I share these things as humbly and wanting to be of service. So, not wanting to create hardship or harm or cause any upset for anyone. And also speaking the truth. My name is Gemma Benton. I am Menominee and Filipino. I reside in the greater Sacramento area. And I've just started this channel, Reclaiming Sacred. I've been on this journey of reclaiming sacred for most of my life and understanding what that means. That somewhere early on, I was in my life, I was very much, and I share this very openly, involved in my own addictions, my own dysfunction, and found healing of that through first through a religion, through Christianity, and then also the 12 step, and then also taking me always deeper and deeper into our traditional native ceremonies, specifically our intertribal pan Indian ceremony, because the truth that's what was available to me at that time. And I'm still involved in the ceremonies and rituals and in many ways in Fendant society and there's things about that that I can share with all of you if you're interested in asking me about those privately and again other ceremonies. So I say that to say that I have done the work for over 30 years. I have done the healing work in my own life. I am still on that journey. I am not perfect by any stretch. I have my own flaws. I have my own shortcomings. I have my own frailties and flaws. And I stand here holding the sacred, holding my sovereignty for all of us, especially in this time. So my journey has been about reclaiming myself, my relationship with the earth, my relationship with the sacred, my relationship to my ancestors, and then more recently, specifically in my body, right? And finding that as I have been doing more embodiment work, that really this is where the juice is. So really, this is where all of those things are at. I always had placed those things outside of me. And when I really took them in to really understand, and the old people told us that, so I think about it now, that they told us there'll come a time, and I felt that time coming where you embody these things, where you are these things. And I think as now having been on this red road for over 30 years, having raised my children and am now a grandmother, that I can say in truth that I really am beginning to understand these things at a whole new level. I thought I understood them. And we always do. Our elders tell you'll think you understand them. And then you'll get to a place where you really know them, where they are so much a part of you. And I'm grateful to have lived this long, to have traveled this journey this far. And I share this for you because I didn't grow up. I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up a military brat. I didn't know what it meant to grow up with my traditions. And I say this humbly for those who did grow up in their traditions, that did grow up with ceremonies. I hope that you really just love yours and your family and your people for holding, carrying all of that knowledge and that wisdom. I hope that it sings through you in the way that it has touched my life, and know that there are many of us who are reclaiming, who have owe a debt of gratitude to those people who have held that wisdom, that understanding, that truth, that sacredness, all of their lives for generations and generations. So I say that arriving in this moment, that this is a powerful moment that we are all in. This is a moment of truth and standing in our truth of what we know as Native people, as Indigenous people, as people who are wanting something different than what we're being offered in this time. And knowing we have the power to do that with the sacred, not ourselves alone, not as human beings, but with the sacred and with that, the one who made it all, the power that stands outside of existing structures or governments or powers that be, that dominant power and control that is in force in this time. And memory being not just something that happened back when, but that it's alive, right? In the way that a memory is a spirit or a continuance of life, right? And it continues to evolve like the earth, right? That has existed for beyond and recognizing you'll find me changing some of the words up that I use here because these English words are part of the indoctrination, are part of the programming. When we talk about in ways of being, native languages, those exist outside of these constructs. They exist outside these man-made systems and of power and control. So I wish it was that you could understand when we use native languages, when we speak in a native language, that we are speaking outside of the English and Spanish colonial constructs. And that's why we love our native speakers so much because they hold that in their bodies. And I say this, I get emotional because my, God bless her, my mother-in-law was the last of her native speakers in her particular dialect, and she just passed. And so we're still holding a grief with her. But it is for those reasons I feel we have to speak in these times. I'm so sorry. These are deep things we're talking about here. It may sound like we're talking about language and just what we hear, but it's a different understanding the way that we hold language, the way that we hold memory, the way that we hold each life. It's part of a continuance and it's part of truth and what's sacred. So when I'm talking about reclaiming the sacred, I have been on this journey for more than 3 decades, and I'm humbled to be here. It's not something that I want to boast about. I say that humbly knowing that I know so little, but it is important that I share what I need, what I have to share. And so I'm sharing that with you now. I'm sharing an opportunity with you as we open up this venue of reclaiming sacred as a way of navigating through the noise, the chaos, and the confusion that seeks to distract us, that seeks to disempower us, and to connect us with things that are truths, that are powerful, and that together that we can reclaim this in truth and power. That it's not about this is a message of hope. This is a message of healing. And this is a message of power. It is not one of hate or animosity or anger or even rage towards anyone. Although I have been in those places and I have searched those places inside myself. And I share with you from this place of knowing that this is about us healing together and it's about standing together. It is about embodying and resonating with the truth and the sacred and our power and our wisdom together inside of our bodies first, embodying that first within ourselves and then with each other. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for understanding the tears and the emotion and those deep places that this comes from. I hope that it resonates with you. I hope you feel the truth inside of it and that you'll join me around this work of reclaiming the sacred.